The time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent Daily Plant the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back, time to whine because it's back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to whine because it's back to the rhymes. All right. Here we go. Okay, School Us album sales. I was talking to another coworker at, of course, where else but Wedgwood Station. Let me just cover it up because I don't want you to see. It's kind of like we got the shine of the sun, we got the shine of the cracks. Anyway, I couldn't get a sale, but let's see, he doesn't have a CD player anymore. But I made the I did ask for the sale, so no sales this week. Okay, don't like sunsets much. What I want to say is I've been thinking, so if so many country songs are about heartache, which is this song too, but I don't talk about alcohol as the remedy because that's typically what's going on. Is there's heartache and there's alcohol. And the prime example is there's even a song Heartache Medication, but so many songs. And by the way, I queued up 6 straight from the top 40 count, whatever they call that, country top 40 countdown. Bob Kingsley's Now It's Fits. I might make a playlist of that. I think I might. And I'll probably also make, well, I could talk about that when I get to my YouTube channel. But anyhow, there's Christian worship, there's worship songs. And then there's secular songs about relationships. Now, the founder, the author, the creator of all relationships is God Almighty. I'm not aware of really songs that deal with relationships and heartache from a Christian perspective. And I was thinking, wouldn't that be a nice thing to work towards? So, I suppose it could be sung with a country style. That would probably make sense. But that's something I think I want to look into and pursue writing wise and just to think about, because what would be, if you're a believer, you don't get your heart broke and go to the bar. What do you do? So there's a different response, right? And it's typically, if this were to happen, which you don't want that to happen ever, it can be actually hard in a church setting because oftentimes the church, it can be, it's more, in a way, it can be tougher, right? But yeah, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one, but it's something worth considering. And so, and it's a little idealistic, but it's literally every song, so many, half maybe about some kind of heartache or some kind of former lover or something, and then so much include alcohol. So I think it'd be worth exploring what would be some other ways of coping with that, right? And some that come to mind, of course, are fellowship with other believers, community, if necessary, counseling. I don't know if you put that in a song. It depends how gut-wrenching the journaling, whatever it is, definitely not isolation, definitely, and not necessarily bad mouthing your ex. That's not healthy. You gotta forgive if someone did you wrong, right? So yeah, and that's hard. I mean, I'm not making, because I could talk more about that. But anyway, that's just what my thoughts are about writing in the country genre and what I might be able to hopefully contribute at one point. It's going to be some time, though. I can see that. You'll be glorified. So I'm talking to my daughter. She wants to sing. I want her to sing. So I think, like I said, I might make a playlist. Let's get down to the YouTube channel. So I can make a couple playlists. One for the top 6 for the year, because at number 6 I really like, and to number one. I made 6 songs of mostly female artists that I really enjoy their singing and that song. So there'd be a female artist on every one of those. I wouldn't have anything on it, just be on my YouTube channel. So I'll see if that's hard or easy to put together, but I think it'd be kind of cool. I enjoyed it. It's the first time I ever used the cue on YouTube. Usually I'll just play a song and then I'll wait for the song to end and I'll click on the next one, but I actually queued them up in advance. It was kind of nice and just kick back and let them play. I did like that. And of course, if I make the playlist, you just hit play and then play them. So there you go. So YouTube channel and so with the Instagram, I did talk to Joseph and he saw it was kind of interesting. So yeah, I was at one a few weeks back, so that's pretty cool. He was of the opinion it's because of the hashtag I use. Well, I looked at those hashtags today, and the only 2 unique ones, one for sure that's unique is hashtag thoughtless. So, of course, that's only in that rhyme. It's not in any other rhymes of the song. It would never make sense for me to use that again. Amateurish. So I did include that in today's Instagram post, and maybe that could make a difference. I'm not sure. Anyway, so the last couple posts have not been anywhere near as successful. It's interesting. I guess one of the differences with Instagram versus YouTube, I mean, far more people have Instagram accounts than YouTube accounts, right? And so people follow and follow back. It's kind of, I guess, the equivalent of being a subscriber. And still, now Joseph seems to know how someone can get compensated with Instagram, but we didn't get too far into that. I'm really unsure. He suggested that they would contact me if things start happening. So that could be. What is that? Shadows or something? So anyhow, I'm not sure what I'm just going to keep on doing that, keep on posting those once a week and we'll just see. I was talking to another fella who I work with, and that's Concrete Scumbag is his nickname. And he thought that I had done pretty well. He's been around the game a long time, and he talked about he does shows. He's been doing shows for years, and that's just something that'd be great. I don't know if we sync exactly musically and ideologically, but if he's open to different ideas and whatnot, I think it could work. He's planning on having the show. I definitely want to attend the show at minimum. It's going to be on February 18th at 12700 Lake City Way Northeast. He didn't have a time yet, but that's I think it's called Thriftology or something like that. It's a newer thrift store. It used to be Pawn Exchange. Kind of tough to lose a pawn shop, but they weren't selling CDs anyway. So what difference does that make, right? If they're not around, we don't need them. Sorry, but what else do you do at a pawn shop but buy used CDs, right? So that's what's going on. I guess they have some kind of event space or space in the back where you can do an event. So I was like, okay. And he was like showing me how the poster's coming along, kind of Valentine's themes, he's into the, I don't know if he's a modern day horrorcore kind of guy. That's what it was kind of looking like to me, kind of raw. And he did mention back 15 years ago about doing a show with Bushwick Bill at El Corazon. I'm like, okay, well, that's all right, man. So maybe he's done other shows with well-known rappers, so yeah, he did a show in Lakewood last week. I can't remember which night. And he was talking. He thought about calling me. He did text me today, but I'm not sure about what. But anyhow, we're working it out. It's also going to another station. I'm heading to Wallingford. He's heading to Ballard. Oh, I'll be seeing Joseph regularly though. Be seeing Noah regularly, so I can see some of my guys again. You do see I'm flying solo, because I've been flying solo for so long, and I didn't think I'd be flying solo. I thought I might be at Taco Town today, but So if something happens, and it's not going to be me setting the appointment for the next time, I'll just say it like that. So anyhow, so that's Oh, the YouTube channel. No. Oh, and this Saturday I'll be with Leon. Should I tell you the name? I think I'll withhold the name for now. But just stay tuned. That's coming out. It's going to be good. Oh, did I say Leon? I meant Will. What am I? Who's Leon? I don't know who that is. Okay. Rules of engagement. Nothing to add to that. Bellevue Ballers. So I've kind of changed. I've come up with different songs. I had a song in mind today, and because I'm going to be flying solo, I think I'm going to go. And it's interesting. The song, you'll see. I'll talk about it, but it has to do with this too, because man, people disappoint, man. That's what I'll say. And it happens in all kinds of areas. If you never put yourself out, you'll never know that people disappoint. But if you try to stretch yourself and try to do something and collaborate, people will disappoint untold number of times. That's all I'll say. And it's up to me to be solid, to be consistent, to keep my word, to keep my appointments. And that's my commitment to myself, to God, and to anybody who I set up an appointment with. Okay, now this is tough. Merch. Give me some pink shirts, people. This is black still. You don't see a pink shirt, do you? Dang. So we got the vendor, the printer, and they're sitting there like, tell us the size again for your last run of shirts. Have no record of it. It wasn't 5 years ago. It was what, a few months back? So I don't have any record of what size the icon is. 12.5 or 14 inches. And I was asked to measure it, and I found out I've seen 10.5. Maybe it said 12.7, but whatever it was. 10.5, not 14. I mean, I used to do pizzas, man. 14 big. That wouldn't fit on a shirt, a 14-inch pie, right? Especially for a kid's shirt. So, because I said, let's just keep it the same. That's what my daughter wants, the same. So we got that delay. So everything's a delay. The holiday, the this, the that. So I'm not dying for it, but I mean, as close to her birthday or Christmas as we could do. It's kind of starting to, it's long in the distance here. It's a little frustrating. I mean, it's a reasonable price. I have good communication, but these guys are not on their game. I'll say that. Now, hopefully, I cannot see how that is not possible. I can't see how it didn't happen last week. Really? How did it? Anyway, we're going to get the order placed this week, and then we'll hopefully pick it up the following week, let's say. Hopefully, a couple weeks. All right. So Trump's going to thump. Oh, here's what I want to say. I don't know. Yeah, I talked about this. So they had the whole McCarthy. That all went through. Here's what Ron DeSantis right now. Here's what you could expect. They're merciless. The press is merciless on Trump. He's the threat. Ron DeSantis right now is no threat whatsoever to anybody. You know why? Here's how you know for a fact he's no threat, and that how you know the establishment's behind him, and that's how you know. Now, I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not saying no. I mean, what are you supposed to say? They're throwing money at you, but then they're going to expect something. It's a pathway to what your possibly your dream job is, but you're get a total pass. I mean, not the level of the Democrat, but definitely anybody could stand in the way of Trump's going to get a total pass, at least in the primaries, right? So just be ready for that. So you're not going to hear too much bad things about DeSantis because they need him to be as good to go as possible. Doesn't mean he has any shot to beat Trump. I'm just saying they're going to make it as easy as possible. They're going to make it as big an effort as possible. That's a lot of it's not even about DeSantis, really. It's just you can't. How easy is it to just fight against the media, whatever they want? You want to support the guy that they're against. That's my natural instinct. If they're against Trump, then if they were against DeSantis and for Trump, I guess I'd be for DeSantis. That's what it seems to me. So anyway, that's what I would be thinking. Okay. Complete songs I've made lyrics for, and so there's no update. Oh, and I did get with Amazon merch or whatever, and they don't know who I am from my email, so I can't figure out what happened with that. I don't know how this is going to go, but they did respond quick. I thought they didn't get back to me. They got back to me quick. I just didn't see the email, so I just need to probably contact CD Baby and see if they sent me to Amazon. What, I don't know. Because I'm supposed to have an Amazon merch email address. Did I set this up? I didn't do anything. They got some email address for me on file. And you're not going to tell me because I'm supposed to know that, right? Anyway, because I made lyrics for on YouTube. So anyway, one thing. So the song you'll see today, I am going to do something I haven't done recently, and it's just going to be to force myself. And when would I do it? I don't know. When I was making the album last time, we weren't messing around. I was not messing around. I couldn't have any slowdown, so there was not going to be. So what I want to do with the song now is have a sample, and I should maybe should make the song and focus on making that song just for the education of going through the sampling, getting permission for a sample. What's that process look like? What is it? Are they going to charge? Just to go through the process. And I think that would be worth doing because I've needed to do that. I just need to do it. I need to experience it. I need to pursue it. It takes time. It's tedious. You can get told no. Potentially, you could probably get told, it'll just cost you $50,000 or something crazy, right? I don't know. I've never done it. So that's going to be the song today. I give you a little snapshot, I think, of a current event so I can move on back to the rhymes. Let's see. Go over here. I wasn't too far over. Oh. Before I do, you saw my thumbnail, Tom. Got that one up there. Was that visible? I think it was on my. I was over that way. So let's get our next item. Getting down to it. Getting down to it here. Like a drawing of some kind, right? A drawing of drawings. Gosh. Aha. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, this is a little more advanced than the one I put up there, but let's do that. And see Tom's got this. Let's look at that. And I'll get that up close for my thumbnail next week, unless something changes as far as a collaboration, because again, that wouldn't have happened if we had our collaboration. But I'm not holding my breath, because I'd be dead 100 times over if I've been holding my breath with all these things, All right, we're amateurish. Let's run this. Let's go. Amateur-ish, yeah, ish ain't ish. You dream a wish. We the ish, we elite this. We checking all this, and you ain't on it. You ain't a fit. You ain't even fit. Might as well not quit, but keep trying. Not quite we sighing. Seeing this Jeffrey come lately. Why approach me? Why can't he see? He amateur-ish. His ish ain't ish. His dream a wish. We the ish. Blister his back, attack his act covertly. Don't hurt me, just trying to get my grind on. But lightly, my mind's on why these brothers of mine denying fellowship. We on the same ship, headed the same way. Depends on what your credentials say. No way. Says here, you amateur-ish. Your ish ain't ish. Your dream or wish. We elitist. You're so thoughtless. You thought you got this. Got what? Got with us? Oh no. Oh no. But he don't know. He lacked the flow to be professional. Because we bestow who can go to the next level. The reasons are several. Most of them so local, they so crazy, won't persuade me to cave you see and lower our standards to amateur-ish. His ish ain't ish, his dream or wish. We the ish, we elitist. You scratching that itch, you want to get rich, you want to try and fly high, say hi to the bad guy, the one who will make you cry and ask why I even tried. These tears ain't even dry, and they waving goodbye, sayonara. Don't bother to holler at your boy, cause I ain't your boy. You a son like Elroy, could even be my dog's toy. Grab your satchel, cause he's coming at you. Not a rap master, just a caster. Way like a little my little buddy. By the way, it just ain't sunny. It just ain't funny, sorry, that you amateur ish, your ish ain't ish, your dream or wish. We the ish. We elitist. And that's the song that goes 2 minutes and 25 seconds. That's pretty good. And that's a straight flow. I had a long fourth verse. All right. So we're done with that. That's a wrap on that. That's a wrap on the rap. Do I have any paper clips down here? I think I don't. Actually, no, I think I got them right here. Here we go. How long did that song take? All right. So, and you'll notice, yeah, the sun like Elroy. So that's my Instagram post. I did the mass appeal hashtag. You a son like Elroy. You a son like Elroy. And I got a coworker named that. He ain't no son. He's a good man. He's doing a good job. But still, it's a classic rhyme for me. All right. So the next song, I did a little search. And it doesn't, I don't think, I didn't see where it came up. There is someone who made a similar statement for a self-help book for picking yourself up, positive mental attitude. So much love for him. I just think that is a good thing. I won't say his name, but if you see him, you see he's doing something. So the song is called hold on, I don't want to take his name. Oh no. So I want to sample it. Oh no. Shoot. What did he call it? Okay. Oh, I think his was, okay, let me just say what I think his is. How to turn setbacks to greenbacks, but it's not that. It's from setbacks to greenbacks. That's how I say it. Now, again, this is going to be a sample. So if I can get to that point, this guy came after Gangstar, Mass Appeal, and all that, right? Guru writing that. So that's why I'm going to say, I'm going to get clearance. The goal would be to get clearance and look into it, do the research somehow. And I can do it straight with lyrics. Why not, right? Just go through the process, and that'd be rules of engagement. I could get with you on that just for the educational process. So from setbacks to greenbacks. Now, let me see if I can find this verse in scripture. You might have heard, I've heard, and I looked it up and I found it. It's in Third John. Third John's not very long, and it's in the King James Bible. It says it the way I would want to do it, but because they changed it with the translations and stuff. That's First John. Sorry. It's so short. So. Bear with me, folks. It's not that easy to find. I'll have to use a concordance. Is that how you say that? Oh, here we go. Okay, dear friend. So this is 3 John, verse 2. And there is no, like, how would you say that? You know how they'd be like 1 John 5, 2. It's just straight 2 because there's only one chapter, I guess you would say. Dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health and that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well. So that's that. But if I looked up the King James and some of the older ones, and they use the word prosper, and it says, beloved, I think it's like, even above all things, I wish that you would prosper and be in good health just as your soul prospers. And and everyone gets hung up on they got prosperity, this and that. So what I was focused on now, of course, the song is setbacks to greenbacks, but the heartache, the gut wrenching, the soul prospering aspect of it, where you feel you're struggling, right? And so it's easy to focus on, we want to prosper. We want the blessings that are available in the material world. But what about our soul, the aspect of the soul prospering? So, want for us to prosper. And it doesn't even say anything about prosper. It just says it's straight to good health and that all may go well. That sounds a little different than prosper. I don't know how that, I have to go back into the, the original writings here, but if I can think to ask Will, I will. But there'd be no satisfaction in having prosperity materially, really, without health and your soul prospering. You feel like wretched on inside, right? And maybe you couldn't even pull it off, at least if you're a person, like you wouldn't feel like you deserved it or something. Or I wouldn't. So that's what I wanted to share. I might try to weave that into this. So now, how can I make a hook? So the hook, so what he's saying in there, I looked at the lyrics a couple of times, and I can't remember the rhyme before it, but yeah, it doesn't stick with me. But it just, we went from setbacks to green. Now we were having setbacks, and now we're making greenbacks, that kind of thing. So, and that would be the sample. Now, a lot of these samples, you'll have another, maybe a counter, a second, I don't know. I have to figure something out there. Because let me work out on this for a minute and a half here. Setbacks. I have to relook at those lyrics. I'm gonna have to get you word for word. I'll have to get that word for word because it's not gonna work. Because then I'm gonna have to build off of. Yeah, this song is gonna build out of the exact words for the sample, right? We were having setbacks, and now we're making greenbacks, right? So I'm not messing with it. I'm not gonna say those words. I want the sample to do the talking on that, right? So there's not a lot of sampling. Now, again, there's the cost. It's tedious. Getting permission. Back in the day, it's all you did. But that song, Mass Appeal, is from the early 90s. Sampling, they had to get some clearance to do. Well, actually, sorry. What is that? I don't know where that sample comes from even. I'd have to check. So, I'm not going to write any lyrics this week. Oh, no. What am I going to do for my rhyme of the week? I guess I can get it off Amateurish. Yeah. And did you notice on the end of Amateurish, I had that little, and I think I talked about that little buddy thing with the Gilligan's Island. So I'll probably put that on my Instagram with the Gilligan's Island, little buddy, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Casta. Yeah, there we go. All right, next time, back to the rhymes. We'll see you.